how to reprogram your mind for abundance in the previous video. You learned the 3 fields method and how to synchronize your mind, heart, and actions to manifest anything you desire. Now comes the moment to apply this knowledge to the area that most impacts people's lives, money and financial abundance. What I'm going to share with you today goes beyond manifestation techniques. I'm going to show you how to completely reprogram your relationship with money at the deepest level. Dissolve limiting beliefs that were installed since childhood and create a new financial identity that naturally attracts abundance. Because here's the truth, no one tells you. Your current financial situation isn't the result of the economy, your education, or your luck. It's the direct reflection of your subconscious programming about money. And this programming was installed before age 7, when your critical mind wasn't yet developed. This means 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and actions related to money are automatic and subconscious. You're operating with financial software that was programmed in childhood, based on what you saw, heard, and felt about money at that time. If your parents fought about money, you might have programmed that money causes problems. If your family always struggled financially, you might have programmed that people like us don't get rich. If you heard phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people only exploit the poor, these beliefs are running in your subconscious to this day. But here's the good news. Neuroplasticity proves you can completely reprogram your financial mind. You can install new abundance software that operates automatically, attracting money instead of repelling it. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact tools to transform your financial reality using the 3 fields. You'll know how to identify and dissolve limiting beliefs about money, elevate your frequency for abundance, and take actions that create real wealth. This is the 4th part of the Quantum Code of Manifestation series, where we apply all the science you've learned specifically to create lasting financial abundance. Let's start by diving into the deep psychology of money and why your current programming might be sabotaging your abundance. To transform your financial reality, you first need to understand how your relationship with money was formed. Because money isn't just paper or numbers in an account. Money is energy, and your relationship with this energy determines how much of it flows into your life. Let's start with the formation of your financial identity. Between 0 and 7 years old, your subconscious mind was completely open, absorbing information without critical filter. Everything you saw, heard, and felt about money during this period created your basic financial programming. If you grew up in a family where money was scarce, you absorbed the energy of scarcity. If your parents stressed about bills, you associated money with stress. If there were conflicts about spending, you might have developed guilt about having or spending money. But it wasn't just direct experiences. It was also subtle messages. The tone of voice when your parents talked about money. The tension in the air when bills arrived. How rich people were portrayed in your family. All this information created your financial fingerprint. Now, this programming operates automatically. When you think about money, earn money, or need to make financial decisions, this old programming is activated. And if it's based on scarcity, fear, or guilt, it sabotages your conscious efforts to create abundance. Let's explore the most common limiting beliefs about money. The first is, money is the root of all evil. This belief makes you unconsciously reject money to be a good person. You might even get money, but will sabotage it quickly through impulsive spending or bad decisions. The second is, rich people are greedy or dishonest. If you subconsciously believe this, you'll resist becoming rich to avoid becoming a bad person. Your mind will create obstacles to keep you morally safe in the middle or lower class. The third is, I don't deserve abundance. This can come from experiences of rejection, criticism, or comparisons in childhood. If you don't feel worthy, you'll unconsciously push away opportunities or sabotage successes. The fourth is, money is hard to get. If you grew up seeing your parents struggling to earn money, you might have programmed that abundance requires suffering. So you create unnecessary difficulties or work harder than needed. The fifth is, there isn't enough money for everyone. This scarcity belief makes you compete instead of collaborate, hoard instead of invest, and focus on limitations instead of possibilities. But here's what's fascinating. These beliefs aren't yours. They were absorbed from the environment when you were a child. And because they're not really yours, you can change them. Neuroscience shows your brain continues forming new connections throughout life. You can literally rewrite your financial programming by installing new beliefs that support abundance. But first, you need to identify your specific limiting beliefs. Here's a powerful exercise. Complete these sentences with the first thing that comes to mind. Without censorship, money is ... Rich people are ... I can't have money because ... If I become rich, I'll ... Single quotes. My family always said that emerge reveal your subconscious programming, and once you identify these beliefs, you can start transforming them. Now let's understand how these beliefs affect your vibrational frequency. Each limiting belief about money generates a specific frequency of scarcity, and the quantum field responds to this frequency, creating more experiences of financial limitation. When you believe money is difficult, you transmit the frequency of struggle. The universe mirrors this by creating situations where earning money really becomes difficult. When you believe I don't deserve abundance, you transmit the frequency of unworthiness. The universe responds by removing opportunities or making you sabotage them. When you believe rich people are bad, you transmit the frequency of judgment and separation. The universe keeps you away from wealth to preserve your identity as a good person. But when you transform these beliefs, your frequency changes automatically, and a new frequency attracts a new financial reality. Now let's apply mental field techniques specifically for financial abundance. Remember, your mental field includes both conscious and subconscious programming, and you need to work with both to create lasting changes. The first technique is rewriting financial memories. Identify your most impactful memories related to money. Maybe it's seeing your parents fighting about money, or being criticized for spending, or feeling shame for not having something other kids had. When you're in a relaxed state, relive that memory, but this time, change the outcome. If your parents fought about money, visualize them calmly discussing finances, finding solutions together, demonstrating that money can unite instead of divide. If you were criticized for spending, visualize being praised for your choices, learning about money positively, developing a healthy relationship with abundance. Repeat until the new version feels more real than the original. This removes the emotional evidence that sustains your limiting beliefs about money. The second technique is financial identity affirmations. Instead of affirming what you want, affirm who you are in relation to money. I am someone who naturally attracts abundance. I am someone who makes wise financial decisions. I am someone who deserves wealth and prosperity. I am someone who uses money to create value in the world. I am someone for whom money flows easily. Repeat these affirmations when you're relaxed, especially before sleep or upon waking. Feel their truth in your body. Don't just repeat mechanically, but embody the identity of someone for whom these affirmations are naturally true. The third technique is sensory abundance, visualization. Don't just visualize having money, but create a multisensory experience of abundance. Visualize yourself checking your bank account and seeing numbers that make you smile. Feel the texture of money in your hands. Hear the sound of transfer notifications arriving. Smell the leather of a new expensive wallet. Taste the freedom of being able to choose without worrying about price. Visualize yourself shopping without anxiety, investing with confidence, being generous with people you love, creating security for your family. Feel the emotions of gratitude, freedom, and personal power that come with financial abundance. Do this for 10 to 15 minutes when you're in theta state, especially before sleep. Your subconscious will accept these experiences as real and start creating pathways to manifest them. The fourth technique is installing abundance beliefs. Consciously install new beliefs that support wealth. Money is positive energy that allows me to serve better. The more money I have, the more I can help others. I deserve abundance because I am valuable and unique. Money flows easily to me because I offer value to the world. Abundance is my natural right as a human being. When you're in a relaxed state, repeat these beliefs as absolute truths. Find evidence in your life that supports them, even if small. Feel the emotional certainty of these new beliefs. The fifth technique is opportunity programming. Use your transition moments to program your mind to recognize and attract financial opportunities. In the morning, before getting up. Program. Today I recognize and act on abundance opportunities. At night, before sleep, my subconscious works during the night, creating pathways for abundance. During the day, when you see money, instead of thinking about scarcity, think, money is everywhere and flows easily to me. When you pay for something, instead of feeling loss, feel gratitude for the abundance that allows this exchange. The sixth technique is rewriting family financial history. Often, we carry not just our own limiting beliefs, but those of previous generations. Visualize your family lineage being healed financially. See your grandparents, parents, and yourself living in abundance. Feel that you're breaking patterns of scarcity that may have existed for generations. Declare, I break scarcity patterns in my family lineage. I am the first of many to live in total abundance. My prosperity heals and elevates my entire family. This might seem strange, but energy is connected through family lineages. When you heal your relationship with money, you literally heal ancestral patterns. The seventh technique is financial decision programming. Use self-hypnosis to program wise financial decisions. In a relaxed state, program, I always make financial decisions that increase my abundance. I intuitively recognize good investments. I automatically avoid spending that doesn't serve me. I am naturally attracted to profitable opportunities. This programs your subconscious to automatically operate in ways that support abundance, even when you're not consciously focused on money. Now, let's move to the emotional field applied to financial abundance. Your emotions about money are perhaps the most important factor in determining your financial reality, because the quantum field responds to your emotional frequency, not your conscious desires. Let's start by understanding emotional frequencies related to money. Each emotion you feel about money transmits a specific frequency to the quantum field. Fear about money transmits scarcity. Anxiety about finances transmits instability. Guilt about having or wanting money transmits unworthiness. Anger about your financial situation transmits resistance. But gratitude for money transmits abundance. Excitement about financial possibilities transmits growth. Love for your capacity to create value transmits magnetism. Confidence in financial flow transmits stability. The first technique is transmutation of negative financial emotions. When you feel fear, anxiety, or frustration about money, don't resist these emotions. Use them as fuel for transformation. For financial fear, acknowledge it without judgment. Ask, what is this fear trying to protect me from? Maybe it's fear of not having security. Thank the fear for its protective intention. Then reframe. This fear motivates me to create more security through abundance. For anxiety about money, feel it completely for a few moments. Then ask, what action can I take now to feel more financially empowered? Use anxiety's energy to motivate constructive action. For guilt about wanting money, recognize this guilt was programmed by others. Reframe. I deserve abundance because I can use resources to create value and help others. The second technique is financial heart coherence. This is a specific version of heart coherence, focused on abundance. Place one hand on your heart. Breathe slowly. 5 seconds inhaling, 5 seconds exhaling. Focus your attention on the heart area. Now activate specific gratitude for abundance. Thank for all abundance that already exists in your life. The air you breathe for free. The water that flows from the tap. The roof over your head. The food in your refrigerator. The money you have, even if it seems little. Feel this gratitude expanding from your heart. Visualize your electromagnetic field becoming magnetic for more abundance. Maintain this state for 5 to 10 minutes. Do this especially before important financial situations like negotiations, interviews, or investment decisions. The third technique is the abundance emotional scale. Use gradual progression to move your financial frequency from scarcity to abundance. If you're in financial despair, don't try to jump directly to gratitude. Move first to hope. Maybe things can improve. Then to optimism. I can find solutions. Then to confidence. I will create abundance. If you're in financial anxiety, move to determination. I will solve this. Then to excitement. There are opportunities everywhere. Then to gratitude. I am grateful for all possibilities. Never force. Allow natural progression. Each step on the scale is valid and necessary. The fourth technique is abundance state anchoring. Create physical anchors that instantly activate abundance frequencies. When you're feeling naturally abundant, maybe after receiving money, making a good purchase, or simply feeling grateful, create a physical anchor. It can be touching thumb and index finger of your right hand, pressing a specific point on your wrist, or making a unique gesture. Hold the anchor while intensely feeling abundance. Repeat this several times over a few weeks. Then, use the anchor before important financial situations to instantly access abundance states. The fifth technique is financial manifestation, emotional states. Specifically cultivate states that accelerate abundance. Financial gratitude state. Feel deep gratitude for all abundance present in your life. Thank for every dollar you have. Thank for your capacity to earn money. Thank for all available opportunities. Abundant excitement state. Feel genuine excitement about infinite financial possibilities. Visualize all creative ways money can come to you. Feel excited about your potential to create wealth. Financial confidence state. Cultivate deep confidence in your ability to create abundance. Feel certainty that you always find ways to prosper. Trust that the universe wants you to be abundant. Generosity state. Feel love for sharing abundance. Visualize yourself being generous with family, friends, important causes. Feel that abundance is for sharing, not hoarding out of fear. The sixth technique is abundance breathing. Use conscious breathing to elevate your financial frequency. Inhale, visualizing abundance entering your life. Exhale, releasing any scarcity or limitation. Inhale, opportunities. Exhale, fears. Inhale, prosperity. Exhale, doubts. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes, especially when feeling financially contracted. It's a quick way to change your frequency. The seventh technique is anticipatory celebration. Celebrate abundance before it manifests physically. Feel as if you already have the abundance you desire. Celebrate internally. Dance, smile. Feel joy for the abundance that's coming. This communicates to the quantum field that you're ready to receive. Don't confuse this with denial of current reality. You can acknowledge where you are and simultaneously celebrate where you're going. Now let's move to the physical field applied to financial abundance. Your actions communicate to the universe and your subconscious what you really believe about money. And when your actions are aligned with abundance, you create physical momentum for wealth. The first strategy is financial identity embodiment. Start acting like someone who is naturally abundant, even before having physical evidence. How does an abundant person treat money? They don't obsessively count coins, don't constantly check prices, don't complain about necessary expenses. They treat money with respect, but without anxiety. How does an abundant person dress? They invest in quality, not necessarily expensive, but well-made. They present themselves in a way that reflects their internal value. How does an abundant person talk about money? They speak with gratitude and excitement, not fear and complaint. They discuss opportunities, not problems. They focus on solutions, not limitations. How does an abundant person make decisions? They invest in themselves. Buy books, courses, experiences that increase their value. They see expenses as investments in their growth. Start incorporating these behaviors gradually. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be consistent. The second strategy is abundance environment. Create a physical environment that supports and reflects abundance. Organize your finances. Have a specific place for financial documents. Keep your wallet organized and clean. Treat physical money with respect. Remove scarcity symbols. Old clothes that make you feel poor. Broken objects that reflect limitation. Clutter that creates stagnant energy. Add abundance symbols. It can be a healthy plant, representing growth. A photo of a place you want to visit. An object that represents success to you. Use colors consciously. Gold and green are traditionally associated with abundance. You don't need to redecorate everything, but small touches make a difference. Create an abundance altar. A small space with objects that represent prosperity to you. Use for your financial manifestation practices. The third strategy is daily abundance actions. Small actions that communicate abundance to your subconscious. Always carry some money in your wallet, even if little. This communicates to the subconscious that you always have resources. When paying for something, instead of feeling loss, say mentally, "Money flows easily to me." Transform expenses into abundance affirmations. Be generous when possible. Leave bigger tips. Help someone in need. Donate to important causes. Generosity activates the frequency of abundance. Invest in yourself regularly. Buy books. Take courses. Take care of your health. Abundant people invest in their own growth. Take good care of your belongings. Care for what you have. This communicates gratitude and attracts more things to care for. The fourth strategy is abundance body language. Your posture and physical presence communicate your internal financial state. Practice abundance posture. Shoulders back, chest open, head up. Walk like someone who has value and knows it. Use expansive gestures. Abundant people occupy space with confidence. Avoid contracted or defensive positions. Maintain eye contact in conversations about money. This communicates confidence and honesty. Breathe deeply during financial situations. This keeps you calm and centered, communicating control and confidence. The fifth strategy is financial rituals. Create specific rituals that anchor your intention of abundance. Financial gratitude ritual. Every time you receive money, even if little, pause and thank. Feel genuine gratitude for the abundance flowing to you. Abundance visualization ritual. Dedicate a few minutes daily to visualize your ideal financial life. Do this at a specific time to create consistency. Abundant planning ritual. Regularly, sit down and plan how you would use more money if you had it. This programs your subconscious for opportunities. Financial, energetic cleansing ritual. Periodically clean and organize everything related to money. Wallet, documents, bills. This renews financial energy. The sixth strategy is active financial education. Abundant people continuously learn about money and investments. Read books about personal finance, investments, entrepreneurship. Not just to learn techniques, but to absorb the abundance mindset. Watch videos of financially successful people. Observe how they think, speak, and act. Absorb their abundance frequencies. Participate in communities focused on financial growth. Surround yourself with people who have abundance mindset. Take courses on topics that can increase your income. Invest in skills that have market value. The seventh strategy is inspired actions for income. Distinguish between forced actions and inspired actions to create money. Inspired action feels exciting and energizing. You feel you're on the right path. There's fluidity and synchronicities. You maintain high energy. Forced action feels heavy and draining. Comes from desperation or should. There's resistance and struggle. You lose energy. Before taking any action to earn money, pause and feel. Does this action come from love for abundance or fear of scarcity? If it comes from love, proceed. If it comes from fear, realign first. Trust that when you're in the right frequency, inspired actions appear naturally. You don't need to force opportunities. The eighth strategy is abundant networking. Build relationships based on mutual value, not just self-interest. Focus on how you can help others, not just what you can receive. Abundant people create value for others. Be genuinely interested in people. Listen more than you talk. Ask questions about their dreams and challenges. Share resources and opportunities. When you see something that can help someone, share it. This creates a network of reciprocity. Maintain contact with important people. Not just when you need something, but regularly, offering value. Now, let's integrate the three fields specifically for financial abundance. The magic happens when you synchronize thoughts, emotions, and actions around the same frequency of abundance. Let's start with financial integration moments. There are natural moments during the day to work with abundance, using all three fields simultaneously. Upon waking, before picking up your phone, do a quick financial integration. Visualize your day, including abundance. Feel gratitude for available resources. Set intention to recognize financial opportunities. Before important financial situations, like work meetings, negotiations, or investment decisions, do complete preparation. Visualize the ideal outcome. Activate states of confidence and abundance. Adjust your posture and presence. When receiving any amount of money, even small, use as integration moment. Thank mentally. Feel abundance flowing. Affirm that more is coming. Before sleep, review the day financially. What evidence of abundance appeared? What opportunities did you recognize? What aligned actions did you take? Fall asleep, visualizing growing abundance. Now let's talk about integration during routine financial activities. Transform mundane financial activities into manifestation practices. When paying bills, instead of focusing on money leaving, focus on the abundance that allowed these payments. Thank for having resources. Visualize more money coming to replace what left. When shopping, practice conscious abundance. Choose quality when possible. Treat salespeople with respect. Feel gratitude for the abundance that allows these exchanges. When working, connect with how you're creating value. Visualize this value transforming into financial abundance. Feel grateful for the opportunity to contribute and be rewarded. When planning finances, do it from abundance, not scarcity. Focus on growth opportunities, not just cutting expenses. Visualize financial expansion scenarios. Let's address integration through conscious financial decisions. Use the 3 fields to make decisions that support abundance. Before any important financial decision, pause and integrate. Mental field, which option aligns with my abundant identity? Emotional field, which option makes me feel more empowered and excited? Physical field, which option creates momentum for more abundance? For investments, use intuition beyond analysis. After doing your rational research, feel which option resonates energetically. Abundant people trust intuition as much as logic. For income opportunities, evaluate not just money, but alignment. Does this opportunity allow me to express my talents? Does it make me feel empowered? Does it create real value for others? For expenses, ask, does this expense reflect abundance or scarcity? Does it make me feel empowered or diminished? Does it invest in my growth, or just satisfy impulses? Now let's talk about signs that the 3 fields are synchronized for abundance. When you can create financial coherence, certain things start happening. Internally, anxiety about money decreases naturally. You still want abundance, but you're not desperate. There's growing confidence that you always find ways to prosper. Financial decisions become easier. You intuitively know which opportunities to pursue. There's less internal conflict about money. Your energy regarding work and money changes. You feel more creative, motivated, and inspired. Work becomes expression, not just obligation. Externally, financial opportunities start appearing more frequently. People offer you jobs, partnerships, investments. Profitable ideas emerge spontaneously. Financial synchronicities increase. You find money on the street. Receive unexpected refunds. Get discounts when you need them. Small financial miracles happen. Your relationships improve regarding money. Financial conflicts decrease. People become more willing to do business with you. Your presence communicates reliability. But what about when you feel the fields are financially misaligned? When you're thinking abundance but feeling fear and acting from scarcity? First, identify which field is out of tune. Are your thoughts about money negative? Are your emotions in fear or anxiety? Do your actions reflect scarcity? Use financial emergency techniques. Deep breathing to calm money anxiety. Quick gratitude for present abundance. Confidence posture to activate personal power. Remember that financial alignment is a process. You don't need to be perfectly aligned all the time. You need to be aware and willing to realign when necessary. Now let's move to advanced strategies to accelerate your financial manifestation. When you master the 3 fields, you can use specific techniques to increase the speed and magnitude of your abundance. The first strategy is financial evidence amplification. When signs of abundance appear, amplify them consciously. When you receive any amount of money, even small, celebrate as if it were a great victory. This communicates to the quantum field that you want more similar experiences. When financial opportunities appear, even if small, act immediately. This demonstrates you're ready for greater abundance. When you make a good financial decision, recognize and celebrate. This reinforces abundant behavior patterns. Document evidence of financial progress. Keep an abundance journal where you record each sign of financial improvement, however small. The second strategy is progressive financial vision elevation. As evidence appears, consciously expand your financial goals. If you were manifesting an extra $200 per month, get 100. Celebrate and then visualize $400. If you wanted a 10% raise and get 5, thank and then aim for 20%. The universe can deliver more than you imagine, but you need to be willing to receive more. Don't limit yourself to what seems realistic. Use the phrase, this or something better. Whenever you visualize abundance, add this phrase to stay open to superior possibilities. The third strategy is creating multiple income sources. Truly abundant people rarely depend on a single source of money. Identify your unique talents and skills. How can you monetize them beyond your main job? Explore passive income, investments, royalties, businesses that function without your constant presence. Consider partnerships and collaborations. Combine your talents with others to create greater value. Stay open to unexpected opportunities. Sometimes abundance comes through paths you never considered. The fourth strategy is strategic networking for abundance. Build relationships intentionally with people who can accelerate your abundance. Identify people who already have the level of abundance you desire. Study how they think, feel, and act. Offer genuine value to these people. How can you help them? What problems can you solve for them? Participate in events and communities where abundant people gather. Absorb their frequencies and mindsets. Be a connector. Introduce people to each other. This creates a network of reciprocity that benefits everyone. The fifth strategy is accelerated self-investment. Abundant people aggressively invest in their own growth. Invest in education that directly increases your capacity to earn money. Courses, certifications, valuable market skills. Invest in your physical and mental health. Energy and mental clarity are fundamental to creating abundance. Invest in your image and presence. How you present yourself affects how others perceive your value. Invest in tools and resources that increase your productivity and effectiveness. The sixth strategy is exponential value creation. Focus on creating value that can be scaled and multiplied. Instead of just trading time for money, create products, services, or systems that can generate continuous income. Solve real problems for many people. The bigger the problem you solve, the greater the value you can create. Use technology and systems to amplify your impact. How can you help more people with less direct effort? Think about legacy. What value can you create that continues benefiting people, even when you're not present? The seventh strategy is financial energy mastery. Become conscious of the energy behind all financial transactions. When you earn money, feel the energy of value created and recognized. When you spend money, feel the energy of abundance flowing. When you invest, feel the energy of growth and multiplication. When you donate, feel the energy of generosity and circulation. See money as energy you can consciously direct to create more value, growth, and abundance. Practice gratitude for each financial transaction. This keeps energy flowing positively. You now have the complete system to transform your financial reality using the 3 fields method. It's not just about manifestation techniques. It's about complete reprogramming of your relationship with money at the deepest level. Recapping what you learned. Mental field. How to identify and transform limiting beliefs about money. Install new abundance programming, and use visualization to create ideal financial reality. Emotional field. How to elevate your vibrational frequency for abundance. Transmute negative financial emotions, and cultivate states that magnetize money. Physical field. How to embody abundant financial identity. Create an environment that supports wealth, and take actions that accelerate financial manifestation. When you synchronize the 3 fields around abundance, you create an irresistible magnetic force for money and opportunities. Remember, financial transformation is a process, not an event. Be patient with yourself while reprogramming patterns that may have existed for decades, but also be consistent. Small daily changes create extraordinary results over time. Start implementing the techniques that resonated most with you. Don't try to do everything at once. Choose 2 or 3 practices and do them consistently for a few weeks before adding others. And remember, financial abundance isn't just about having more money. It's about freedom, security, capacity to contribute, and power of choice. It's about becoming the version of you that naturally attracts and creates value in the world. But money is just one form of abundance. What if you could apply these same principles to manifest perfect health? How would it be to reprogram your mind for vitality, elevate your frequency for healing, and take actions that create radiant well-being? In the next video of this series, we'll dive into applying the 3 fields for health manifestation. You'll discover how your mind directly influences your body, how emotions affect your biology, and how to create a lifestyle that supports extraordinary vitality. If this video transformed your understanding about money and abundance, leave a comment with the word abundant so I know you're ready to apply these principles. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, because this series is building a complete conscious manifestation system for all areas of life. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any video. See you in the next video, where we'll apply all this to create perfect health and lasting vitality. Until then, start reprogramming your relationship with money. Abundance is your natural right.